Morning, morning, morning. All right. So it is almost market open time. Literally, maybe 2 minutes left. Happy Wednesday. So, what we're trying to do today is day 7 of my um, Apex Trader funding. What would you call this? Combine, or whatever you would want to do it. But right now, what we're looking at is basically 1,000 tick chart, the ES. I'm really not going to trade a whole lot today. Like I said, I just want to kind of get in and out. I only need one trade today in order to go ahead and take it down. So market has officially opened. Um, just to let you guys know, I was looking at some other options today. I'm going to pull up another chart here. It is my 5,000 tick chart. So it just kind of gives me my levels that I'm looking at. I mean, it's already kind of moving to where I'm thinking it's going to go for yesterday's high. Um, got a couple of pivot points on there that I'm looking at as well. It's kind of bounced off that resistance pivot point up top and kind of just blowing through. So we're going to see how the day takes us. And hopefully one, maybe two trades, smart, patient, all the fun stuff. And let's see if we can't at least secure. I don't even care if it's minimal profit. Just want to kind of knock this out so that way can get that funded PA account and get this bad boy moving. So let's see what we can do here. Man, I tell you what, it's running a little slow. I think I got too much stuff on my computer running, but we're going to try to find something out. I don't like trading right as the market opens. Sometimes, to me, as a new trader, the volatility itself is just through the roof. So, really just trying to take my time looking for my setups. Right now, obviously, we are in a bullish market, kind of just pumping through, seeing what the day has. Seeing what today has. So, cheers. Hope everybody has a coffee, energy drink, something. Keep you sharp. I'm also looking at Cumulative Delta. Finally, it's working for whatever reason. NinjaTrader has been working on some stuff, I think, because I've tried Cumulative Delta for quite some time, and it's just I had some really big issues last week with it. So glad it finally seems to work. I kind of like my DOM, but I kind of also like the Chart Trader for whatever reason. Chart Trader to me just seems simple and easy. Go down to one contract. Again, I might not stay in this thing long. Just want to kind of see how the market's playing in and out quickly. Right now, we got some bearish movement. Sellers are coming in on the delta. Volume's kind of fanned out a little bit. We are seeing a little tiny increase in some movement here. Again, just because the volume oscillator that I have is showing below the zero line, which typically means, everything's slowing down. As you can start to see it get back to the zero line from a spike all the way down, it means people are coming in. They're moving the market a little bit. So got to take that into consideration. I like the way this is kind of hitting below a little bit and coming down. I'd love to see it push down to the first resistance level of that. So we'll see how it goes. Buyers coming back in, obviously. So even on this candle here, we had some buying pressure, even though we had technically on the delta more sellers. So what does that mean for myself? Sellers obviously didn't overpower that price, still continued to move. So we're looking at either contracts that were filled, or buyers were just kind of making those steady moves, and the sellers just were not powerful enough to move that price. since I am a new YouTuber, if you have a chance, and you want to follow for some more content, like uh, this post, subscribe, all that fun jazz helps out the YouTube algorithm. This is going to be my first live session. Many, many more to come. So we will see how this goes. Love to keep this rolling. Getting some play off of that pivot point. I also look at yesterday's high, low, close, open, things like that as well, just because I feel like sometimes those are very integral parts, especially if I see a run of them. Like the past 2 days, I want to say the close was pretty much damn similar, the same all the way across. Um, I looked at it on the 5,000 tick chart, and that kind of seemed coherent. Monday and Tuesday, the close being the same. Or no, I'm sorry, not Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Monday. So, hoping everybody's having a good day. Whoever's trading out there, remember, be patient. It can get a little crazy. Back above, making some moves. Doo-doo-doo. All right, let's see what we got. See what we got. All right, still moving up. Here we go. Kind of topped out right at this high, possibly getting into a double top situation. Now, me, I don't know. I try not to look in too much to, the head and shoulders or resistance levels. I mean, I'll plot them if it's been a solid resistance level for days and days and days, right? Going back, I have my 5,000 tick chart, I have going back literally 180 days, so 6 months. I want to see some really, really good areas. Um, that I'll take that into consideration a little bit more, but I feel like the way the markets move and the bigger players in the market, they, I mean, that's the quickest way to kind of get stopped out on some stuff and really blow through some areas. So we had a good push in Delta to get back up. So for me, I love, taking a trade when the volume's going in the right direction, Delta's going in a direction, but it's all confluence on that. Makes it easier for me to grab 2 points, right? Give me some 8 ticks and call it a day. So we're over top. This is sitting pretty, but might be coming down off of this. More players are coming in. Volume's kind of peaking. Let's see what that does. So volume slowing down a touch, but not too much. Just kind of hanging. So 3 minutes in, nothing crazy. Again, like I said, win or lose or draw. If I can get out of this, in a very minuscule thing, let's say either a win or a loss, but still have it to where I'm clearing what I need to clear, then everything is gravy. What I really should do to solidify is go to the micros and trade a micro, because then I know, at worst, I'm probably if it's a loss, losing 50 bucks. That's a nice pump right there. Let's see what this does. Like that. We're going to take a stab long.
Order filled.
Take a stab long, see what happens. So it's starting to get weaker again. Delta's still up, but I think go ahead, baby. Get up there. Keep going. Delta's trying to push. Just keeps blocking off. Yeah, we're getting stopped out.
Stop filled.
So I should have took it off, essentially. Unfortunately, didn't get that one. Everything here, as it started to really pull down and get weak, I should have seen that as a sign. Came out of it. Oh well, we live to trade another day on this one. It happens. And of course, ramps right back up, right? Always does that. And see, that's the part you just gotta kind of push through. Starting to kind of fan off a little bit. Price is hanging around, but Delta's not getting higher. As we see, volumes getting a little lower on this. Price goes up. I'd love to see Delta kind of peak above these, which it did. I think she's gonna go. We're gonna get in.
Order filled.
Come on, baby, get up there. Realistically, I'd love to see it go to 69. That's kind of where 2 days ago would have been prior highs on that one. Now we're getting Delta to kind of kick back at us. Come on now, be good to me. Come on, buyers. Wow. Look at that thing. Just kind of kicked me in the teeth, huh?
Stop filled.
Woo! So that one I probably took a little bit. I really need to pay attention more so to these bottoms, right? These bottoms are, yeah, it's steadily moving up, but I'm not taking the best advantage of myself, which I think I'm just getting in. I'm getting in too late. Like this should be when I start to see it kind of slow down a little bit. Even then, this one probably would have been a good one. Through 63, I'm 2 points. Here's 65 right here. Yeah, and it hit 65, or it's going to. So, need to adjust a little bit on the old strategy. Some days it works well, some days it doesn't. Just gotta kind of take it what it's worth. I'm gonna clear this out though. I hate all that jumble shit. Alright, so we're down 2 on the day. I'm just gonna wait and be patient. Clearly not reading it right. Clearly not reading it right. So there's a big push to the down. A little pop.
Order filled. Order filled.
There. Now I'm just going to be straight scalping the whole time. Saw the pop, wasn't bad, so now I'm going to try to do it that way. If I would have hung in, that would have been a little bit better. Oh, and I didn't even realize I put it back on 5 contracts. That's crazy. Oops. But 62.50, I would have needed to hit 64.50, which possibility is good. There's your 64.50, 65. So again, just kind of seeing what it's giving me. Go with the market, never go against the market. I'm a big believer in that. It's so, you can ride those waves, right? Love riding that nice momentum. You get sometimes where it's a little hairy and you keep on trying to hit that reversal. And a lot of times it just doesn't come. Just doesn't come. So, a little bit of a pain in the tuchus on that end. Tell you what, Need to get a better computer. Having this live stream up is it's making shit go a little slow, that's for sure. All right, what do we got? We got volume kind of coming in. Delta just kind of chilling. And price is just staying. Haven't really hit anything crazy yet. Here's a little bounce here. Main question is, does it continue down? Let's see. I think if she closes weak, it goes up. But if it continues like that, all right, I think there's a small push down that's gonna happen. All right. So we kind of hung around this area here. Buyers are coming in. Volume is coming in. It's just kind of hanging out though. It's the major issue when it just hangs out. All right, here we go. What are you gonna do? Sorry for the lagginess. Literally running whatever recording software, bogging it down a little bit. So it should pop back up. Literally, we're just kind of sitting right on this little mini area where it's kind of got some confluence to it. I mean, I bet you she at least probably comes down, does a little test of this previous one here, but or all right, never mind, or she just pops up. Here's your tests. Volume dropped off. And so volume dropping off to me is I'm still trying to understand that, still trying to utilize it. Because obviously before here, right before market open, we had volume kind of come in and it gave us a nice little spike up. And then obviously it dropped off, right? Little tiny spike up again, small drop off. We still kind of climbed up, volume dropped off. So this is where does it flip because of that notion? Like, does this close heavy and decide to go down to, a couple of other areas? Maybe even yesterday's close, um, possibly even yesterday's, what would that be? What do we got? What do we got? The high yesterday is sitting kind of right around 973. I'd probably say the 4.3, 4.5 area where it opened yesterday and it closed might be a good area where it's coming into. I mean, look at this thing. Just dropped off the map. It's going to go up. We're gaining a little bit of momentum on that. So just remember this area here also brought in a little bit of resistance, turned it into support, kind of bounced off. So are we having this as support again? Now, for me, I'm right in that. I did a Fibonacci pivot this morning just to kind of see how it played off, and it seemed like things were kind of bouncing off the pivots pretty solidly. Um, so I do kind of actually want to pay attention to them a little bit today. Like right now, that's kind of a weak buy. Want to see if cumulative gets a little heavy. If it does, may have an opportunity. Knock this back down to 1. Not too bad here. Little push down, but nothing too substantial. Looks like it's just kind of bouncing around. All right, here's some volume coming in. Delta's creeping up, but price isn't doing too much. Let's see if it goes up and touches some previous shit. Which it does. Comes up right there. So it looks like as Delta was gaining speed, that's when we saw volume kind of come in, and effing chilly up in here. Let's see, let's turn on some heat. Alright, here's a drop off right there. Let's see what it does. Does it close heavy? Relative.
Order filled.
Short. See if I can't get a little push down. I'm gonna get out
Order
of that.
filled.
It literally hit my line that I wanted. And the one thing that grinds my gears more than anything, which it'll probably go down and hit again. I mean, there's 625, it hit it, and I would have gotten it. But it grinds my gears when I get it, right? And I think for whatever reason today, I'm just a little bit more leery because I really want to go ahead and knock this out the park to grab it, especially since I lost the first two. Wasn't really too thrilled about that. Um, I mean, obviously, we're coming back, so not bad, but I'm not letting them run out, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm just gun shy. Again, I'm a newbie, so I understand there's certain things I need to kind of let go, essentially. But sometimes it's a little tough. I'm trying to make sure, even though this is an evaluation account, trying to play it, the mentality because that's the biggest thing within trading, I feel, because I had a PA account before. It was like, I don't know, 2 years ago when I got into trading. Um, and I stopped. Like, I stopped after I lost that PA account because the mentality was so different from an evaluation account where it was like, oh, yeah, it's not my money. I can go ahead and do whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. And then when I got into the PA account, I didn't have that. Not necessarily nonchalantness, but the confidence that, yes, you know what, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to let it run where it needs to run. And so sometimes when my mindset switched last year, when I took so much time off and I'm relearning everything, um, I'm playing a little bit closer to the chest, and that sometimes is a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. So we just kind of got to see how it rolls out. Do 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 do. Tell you what, I'm getting hungry though. So as you can see, we had quite a few candles, but kind of slowed down a little bit if you noticed it. Kind of popping off there, kind of going up and down, up and down. You know, that's a great, great bearish candle. The other aspects, always, which I did not do, um, financial juice. I want to see what's happening today as far as any big news. So 8:30 my time, which is Arizona time, crude oil inventories is going to come out. That's gonna be a big one. Um, and then I'd probably say some mediocre stuff is coming out for the rest of the day. There's a bunch coming out at 8:30. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of news at 8:30. One's going to be substantial, and then it jumps to 11 o'clock. So we'll have some trading time in between. I probably won't hang on to there. I like to cut it off at a certain time. I don't want to be too far into it. I may actually take a short on this because this is looking pretty solid.
Order filled.
Oh, crap. There's the reverse of that, huh? Ooh, Nelly. I'm going to move it just a skosh. Give it some room to breathe. But I like this area here. Would love to see it come down. And it's only one contract, so it's not like I'm going super nuts on it. But if we can get that to come down, be happy. Come on, Baba Booey. You know what? I'll even be happy with taking, what was that, 75?
Order submitted.
Nope, didn't want that.
Order canceled.
What am I going to sell? So we're going to buy, I just want to buy one.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, this is going to turn on me. I'm hoping it doesn't, but I think it's going to. Be really nice if the Bears just came in and plummeted this thing right now. Would love to see it. I'd be happy with even hitting 55. Yeah, I think she's going to take a ride.
Order filled.
No. Why did that do that?
Order canceled.
Sweet Jesus.
Order canceled.
Sometimes that's the one part I don't understand about NinjaTrader is like I'll block off some stuff and she just still just goes. So, unfortunately, down 350 right now on the day. It's alright, we can come back. Got into some choppy stuff here. Main thing is though, also if you take a look at it, we got price up here, and then buyers came in pretty solid all throughout here, but we have yet to see price go higher. So that also tells me buyers aren't necessarily in control of this. They're really not. Price isn't increasing as buyers are increasing. So that to me is a good sign that we're going to be going low. It's just a matter of when. So I may wait to see if we can hit below this area here. If we can hit below this area here, we got a good chance. Let's see what else we got. I'm going to put on a little bit of that jazz while we're here. See if I can get that. So now we're coming up. Now, does it go all the way up to that level where I was thinking, just above 370? Don't know. But we are now looking to trend up. We're still trending up technically from the 5,000 tick chart. Still looking like a good trend. Realistically, I'd be interested to see what you call it, trades on the 5,000 tick chart. Now I know you're saying what's the difference between 1,000 tick and 5,000 tick. Obviously the 5 candle movement, but for whatever reason I'd be real interested to see, because obviously this stuff here like cumulative delta and all that other fun jazz that we can put on these charts hits a little bit different with a larger quote unquote time frame. Whew. So what are you going to do? Question of the day. Mm-mm. Volume is up right now. I'm kind of just chilling. So there went a little peak. Just got slapped pretty hard right back down. So the funny part is, like on the 5,000 tick chart, that one prior candle to when this one started, really nice, like buy. It was a buy candle, green hammer, looked awesome. But obviously we're slapping down again. So trying to see where this is gonna go, man. Volume is still high, so we got players in the field. Do you bounce off or don't you bounce off is the main question. That's a good bull. Hmm. Either way, hope everybody's having still a good day. Some point today. Look at this mop, man. Woo! Gotta get a haircut. Okay. Oh, gotta love it when it freezes up a little bit. There we go. Good gracious almighty. Got pretty heavy on that, huh? Hmm. Why are you freezing all of a sudden? Come on, Clark. Well, apparently my 1,000 tick chart froze. I mean, we're sitting at 61, so it's bouncing off. I can still see the DOM working, so that's always nice. I think it's because I tried to go ahead and do something on the other chart, which is making my computer work overdrive right now. So let's remove it. Boom. Should work a little bit quicker. What I'll do, I'll add another thing here. Yes, 25,000. Tick replay, 3 days. Okay. 59. Where are you going? Where are you going? $61, $50. So now we're just bouncing. On the bigger chart, the 5,000 looks like we got a lot of sellers coming in. Yep, here we go. The time is 8:16, so we still have roughly 14 minutes before market news. Looks like we're still fairly decently heavy on sellers on the bigger time frame. This one's popping back to us a little bit, which is to be expected. Again, we saw a lot of rejection essentially in this area here. We kind of popped around a little bit and been rejecting that area. Mm-hmm. And this is what is tough, right? Because now we're kind of going into some chop. I hate chop. Still looking semi decent on sellers on the bigger time frame. crushing 59.50 right now, just hovering right around it. And normally I love a good engulfing candle, right? Like, I mean, take a look at some of these engulfing candles. Um, this one here, love that one, especially with a lot of the delta in that. That would have gave us a nice little push. This one here, love that one. Boom, takes that down. This takes down for a couple of points. This one here probably would have gotten stopped out for the points, but this one here takes it back up. I mean, it's always that buy sell pressure. Um, so yeah, like if we get a kickback candle that's green and then it plummets to a engulfing red, but a full body engulfing red, including wick, may end up taking that. I mean, especially when you look at it this way, like that engulfing candle here was above, in that trend line area. Granted, it was above it, but it had the volume, it had the delta. This one here is a little weak shit, but it's on the bottom side, so I wouldn't want to go ahead and do it just yet. On the bigger time frame, looks like sellers are kind of just even keel right now, kind of waiting to see what's actually happening. I'm sure everybody is waiting to see what's going to happen with the news. So there's that. So this is where I'm thinking if it's big enough for a push down. We only got 200 ticks left in that one. That's not going to do anything for me. I mean, it's a nice sizable push up, but doesn't do anything for me. Still hovering. I mean, the green one that was before that, right where that red hammer is, that was a fully engulfing one. It hit right off of the pivot line, and obviously it just kept on going up. We could have taken, how many points with that one? What would we have taken? 59. So 3 points. I mean, if you're, depending on what you're trading size wise for contracts, let's say you're risking 1% of 50,000, that's 500. That could be a $750 day right there, just boom, in a matter of seconds. So this is getting to the point where I might like it, because check this out. I mean, we got a nice big push, small pull, small pull. The bigger time frame, buyers came in. Oh, excuse me. Tell you what, though, that delta came in hard with those buyers. You see that big push? I know we're only sitting at 62.75, but that was huge push on bulls to come in. And see, here we go, slapping it back down. Got 6 minutes until news. Luckily, news typically only lasts a couple minutes, if that. If you want to, comment down. Do you guys trade news at all? Or are you more just waiting till it all passes? Oh, that light is right in there. I wanted to take a stab long on that one because it literally ended at 62. 62.25. I would have had to get to 64.25 in order for me to be happy. Now, granted, hindsight, let's see how it would have turned out. Pretty stagnant right now, huh? Pretty stagnant. But on the bigger time frame, we had a very nice engulfing candle followed by a small red hammer. So I'm assuming this is going to go up. And there it is. Now the hard part is kind of right where it's at. Oh, never mind. We're peaking. I was going to say it was going to be right around this area that we're seeing a lot of price action kind of hitting and going. Um, I would probably say I just don't know what's going to happen with the news in 3 minutes. Let's see. Looking up because it's with crude oil. I want to see what it's actually going to do. She's just keep on popping. But you see how it's kind of starting to stall off a little bit. Again, we've got 2 minutes. Problem is crude oil, like as far as gas goes, it's been so up and down, up and down. I'd be very interested to see what these numbers are when they come out in 1 minute. We got 47 seconds for it. So as you can see, it's starting to kind of gear up here. I'm going to say this puppy drops. Let's see if it dropped. We got 30 seconds left. Because we're up to the top, essentially, of today. I think it might spike up a little bit, but eventually she's going to turn down. Let's see. Let's see the market go nuts. The sellers are coming in. Here's the sellers. Crude oil. Actual 18.96. Forecast was 2, so it is under by 1 million, essentially. Everything's under. Okay, not as crazy of a, I thought this thing would be back and forth, like normal news has it. But not as terrible as I thought. Still waiting for it to hit. I'm sure other people are waiting for it to hit. Give it about 2 minutes, maybe a minute or two. She should start doing something. Wow. Okay. Pretty weak on that side. Yep. You coming down to play or what? And as you can see, literally we've been hovering between 965, 966 essentially, and about 95 or 955. So literally it's been a 10-point hover since we opened. 10-point hover since we opened. So we've been open for about an hour. And we've just been chopping. I think that's the hardest part. Alright, what do we got going on here? Bigger time frame. Looks like we got some serious sellers coming in. Big seller candle and cumulative delta. And obviously we're seeing it on the smaller time frame. Now we're getting a push. Decent amount of volume in there too. Again, right back to that one level. Right on that highly traded area. Doobie-doo. Are you going to go down? This thing don't know what to do. I liked yesterday's market move. I traded one contract for, it was like, I don't know, I think it was a micro. So I only got in and out real quick just because I didn't want to do what I did today, and traded the rest of the time on my sim account. And man, let me tell you what, I had some really good shit on that sim account. Market was moving nice. So we'll see what this does here. Gave a good pop. Would love to see this flush down.
Order filled.
May have gotten in a little too early. There we go.
Target filled.
That was a good target fill there. Liked every minute of that. There we go. So we turned it around today. I did take a little bit more contracts on it. I was confident in that one. I mean, obviously we had the right momentum with it. We were below. Cumulative delta was getting hammered on all ends, right? 5,000 tick chart was just getting smoked all the way down. I mean, if you take a look at this thing, it's awesome. Love seeing the movement on it. Boom, 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 right? Just kind of tanking down. Now, is it going to kick up? It's probably going to kick up right where it's sitting, 55. I'm anticipating this going lower for sure, especially when I start to see Delta move a little bit harder. Um, but overall, not bad. We are plus 150 right now, so that was a good comeback on it. If we can watch this. So there's going to be volumes coming in. Buyers are coming back in to kind of push that back up. Now, this level here, what is that, 52? What did we have over here? We have it literally right here, right? So this is the area we were looking out for. I'm glad I got out at that point because that's literally the bounce off, right? We want to make sure that that support line that's coming down for it, there was some really good pops there. I mean, you got to look at it. Let's take it. It's not necessarily a specific price. It's an area. For me, that area started 51 all the way up to, 54 almost. So I was hoping to get a pop into that area, which I did, luckily. Thank goodness, because obviously it's retracting back. Um, let me see where we got in. So that right there is where we got in. So we would still be looking pretty good right now, um, as far as that goes. But it's nice in the sense that it didn't hurt us, right? I like the fact that it didn't hurt us. Now it did come back on us, right? It pushed back, and we just kind of took her down. So I probably got in a little premature, yeah, but I saw this big, you had two large bearish candles, really engulfing. And this is when volume was going down. So in my mind, volume going down, cumulative delta going down, and I just saw two huge bearish candles engulf pretty much everything. I'm seeing that buyers are getting out. And what happens when buyers get out? Those orders get completed, and typically, let's say that there was a huge block in the DOM somewhere. Let's say, right now it's 35. You see how it's got 111? Well, that's going to get sucked up. That should have a push to knock those contracts out, which it just did. So It pushed up through here, knocked out. There was your 7, so it probably popped a couple of those. But anytime you have huge blocks, right? I wish I had more whatchamacallit, order flow in this, but I didn't subscribe to it yet. But I will when I turn it over to a PA account. But seeing those big blocks kind of gives me an understanding of where to put my take profits and stop losses. I do really enjoy NinjaTrader, but I love Tradovate for that specific reason. It's always nice in that end. So Tradovate gives me a lot more area. So sometimes I'll have both charts up. I'll have Tradovate on my laptop, and I'll have everything I'm trading on with NinjaTrader there. But yeah, so I think I'm going to head out as taking a profit, $150, nice and smooth. Don't want to go crazy, especially since this is the last day of my trading eval. So you guys stay patient out there. Let me see. Today we only had what? I think we split the winners and losers. But we still came out on top, so that's always nice. I did scale up some contracts when I was feeling more confident, especially after the chop. This back here, again, sorry that my computer's lagging, but this back here was just an absolute cluster of shit that was just choppy. And we get into it. I could have, and I should have sat on my hands quite a bit more, but it wasn't too bad today. So, that being said, obviously look at the entry closes, but those targets were really helped out. You guys have a great day, and I will probably do a recap, small one, but